Hello, everybody. Welcome to Hetrick's Morning Mug. Today is Thursday, June 4th, 2020, episode 81. Cheese. So I am in between meetings. This is the only break I've had since 8 o'clock this morning. It is almost 12:30, and my next meeting starts at 12:30. So here we go. Today, June 4th, National Cheese Day. I love cheese. I love a good provolone. I love a Colby Jack. I love a Munster. Cheese is one of my go-tos. I know not everybody does. That's absolutely okay. I still respect you as a human being. That just means more cheese for me. So here's some cheese trivia for you. It takes about 10 pounds of milk to make 1 pound of cheese. 25% of the cheese made in the United States is in the state of Wisconsin. California, Idaho, and New York also have a decent amount of production. Certain cheeses are illegal in the United States because of some concerns about the bacteria used to create the cheese. So take a trip to France to get some of the stuff we can't get here. There are 60 master cheesemakers in the United States. It's a 10-year application process, 250 school hours of learning, and a 6-month apprenticeship. And the last I checked, all 60 master cheesemakers live in the state of Wisconsin. There's some cheese evidence that cheese has been made as far back as 7,500 years ago. There's something that's believed to be like a cheese strainer type contraption in Poland. There's some evidence in Egypt from 4,000 years ago as well. And some say the Chinese were the first ones to do it, and it was a cheese that was almost like a cottage cheese type texture. So everybody's arguing over it, just like the paperclip. People are arguing over who gets the cheese credit. American cheese is often having to be labeled in the U.S. as pasteurized cheese product or cheese food, something like that, because the manufacturing process is so different than other types of cheese. And for example, Kraft singles, less than 51% actual cheese. So thank you, FDA, for those regulations. Philadelphia cream cheese, not originally from Philadelphia. Created in New York first. And I saw two different conflicting reports. One said it was in a town called Philadelphia. I couldn't find any other source to corroborate, but also trying to, for advertising purposes, connect it to the quality agricultural output that you would see in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. So we shall see. Our candy connection for the day, I posted a recipe for you for, it's called cream cheese candies. It's like supposed to be a mint candy. So I've never tried it, but I'll put that on the summer list. Gouda accounts for half of the world's consumption of cheese, and the cheese known as Wensleydale became much more popular after the claymation series Wallace and Gromit. I'll find a little clip cheese for you. I'll put that in the description. This day in history, 1070, Rochefort, or Roquefort, or Roquefort, however you choose to pronounce it, cheese was first produced 1070. In 1754, construction begins with a young 22-year-old named Lieutenant Colonel George Washington. Was he a lieutenant colonel? No. Was he just a lieutenant? Let me cross that out. I'm not confident in my reporting. So a young military leader, George Washington, building Fort Necessity, I believe Fayette County, Pennsylvania. Of course, we don't have the United States yet, so he's a British soldier wanting to capture Fort Duquesne, which is controlled by the French, present-day Pittsburgh. Retreated, built Fort Necessity, such an appropriate name, and Battle of Fort Necessity is going to be considered the first battle of the French and Indian War, also known as the 7 Years' War. Yay, Pennsylvania. This day in history, 1940, Winston Churchill gave his speech that included, "We shall fight on the beaches, we shall fight on the sea." I'm going to put that link in there as well. Yeah, Winnie, that's one of his classics. Here is I did not come up with this, so I can't get credit. You know what time it is? Daily dose of Hank. What? Okay. So here's a joke. Are you ready? It has to do with cheese, and it's a Tom Hanks joke. What is Tom Hanks's favorite cheese? Philadelphia. Because he was in the movie Philadelphia. That is a groaner. I'll give it to you. That is definitely a groaner. And another Tom Hanks cheese connection. On March 9th of this year, Spiker's Gruyere cheese won the World Cheese Championship. Over 3,600 entries of cheese for the best cheese in the world. It was, again, a Gruyere. Second time that he won. And in an interview afterwards, the cheese master who created it said, "This is now the Tom Hanks of cheese." Okay. Yep, that's what I have for today. So today was technically the last day for students for the 2019-2020 school year in our district. So now it's meetings, get to meet the new student council for next year. That's where I'm wearing a vintage student council shirt, and a whole bunch of meetings. So truly, 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 I've been saying it for several days, but truly wrapping it up now. And what a ride it has been. Yep. So until tomorrow, behave, be good, be kind, wash your hands, continue to recycle, take care of each other, and I hope you have a fabulous day.